Today I'm going to demonstrate the proper way to set up and use our Waring Commercial 2.5 core food processor, Pro Food Processor. Before you use any electrical equipment, it's always a good idea to take and check the cord that there's no damage, no nicks or exposed wires. If that is the case, please bring that to my immediate attention so we can take care of it. Usually we do not want to plug in a machine until we have put it together, but I'm going to plug it in first. So as part of the demonstration, you can see a safety mechanism. The safety mechanism that's in place is in the back of the machine. There's a small little button that has to be depressed, pushed down somehow for this machine to work. So when we take the bottom bowl that goes with this, you can see that the instructions say to rotate counterclockwise to lock the bowl. We have to put the bowl on so that this rod here that's in the back with the spring is lined up over that button. And so to go counterclockwise this way, I have to position it in such a way that it'll end up so that that's in the back. So that went too far. And when I put the spring at about 1 o'clock on a clock, that's 12, that's 6, then it'll lock into place. So again, it could be that the bowl will lock into place at other locations, but really only if it is in the proper space, where this is at 12 and this is at 6 o'clock, will it be in proper place. We don't want you to get in the habit of picking up by this handle though, as you see me doing. All right, if we go to turn this on, okay, or use the pulse, which is on and off, this thing will not spin. That's the safety mechanism. And that is because this back button has not been pushed down within the shaft here of where if we get the angle here, okay, so this little rod has to be pushed down, and that's only going to be accomplished if we use the lid. And so if you can look at the bowl itself, there is a tab here and a tab here and a tab there, kind of like a peace sign or an upside down Y. And if you look at your lid, you'll see that there are 2 tabs here and 1 at the top. I'll take this out so you guys can see it better. All right, so 2 here and 1 at the top. So even though this might sit on top, because it's not locking into place, it's not going to be able to be used. It will not turn on. It's only if these 2 are positioned at the bottom, so the overhang is right outside the tab, and again, this has to be turned on counterclockwise. You'll hear it snap into place, and when that happens, this will turn on. And so, if this thing was accidentally turned on, and you put this lid on, when it locks into place and the motor turns on, you're going to be protected from getting hurt. Now, inside of this, let's talk about our common attachment. We call this the S hook. It's supposed to be looking like a letter S. This has, inside the shaft, you may be able to see that there is a rounded side and a side that has a little bit sticking out. And so this will only fit in a position in one location. So sometimes you have to spin it clockwise or counterclockwise, either way till it falls down. And again, it will not turn on because the lid is not on. But when the lid gets put on, this thing will turn on, and now it is starting to chop up items. And the idea is if you take off this lid intentionally or accidentally, it turns itself off before you accidentally put your hands inside. So we turn that off, we take this out, we have whatever food we want. So let's show you some other features of this. This gets locked in, go into the back, lid on. You can pulse items that you put inside, or you can turn on all at once. If you are putting food inside, this will slide inside to keep it from getting all over you. If you have something smaller, then we have this feed chute. There you go, there's daylight. I'm looking at the TV to see. So there's daylight, and this can go in that way. And there you have it. So you take it apart, take out the S hook. Now let's talk to you right now about another attachment that goes with this. This is a grating plate. It does not fit in this at all. You have to have this riser. Okay, and because of that, you can't use the 2 at the same time. But with this blade, there are holes here for your fingers to grab. These are a little bit sharp. You have holes on the top here that are a little bit larger. And if you flip it over, there are holes here that are a little bit smaller for like harder cheeses. So depending on what size you want to shred, sometimes hard carrots here, sometimes zucchini here, sometimes cheese here, like a cheddar cheese, sometimes a hard Parm cheese there. You just gotta play with it. So this thing has to line up here to go on. Turn it till it slides down, and it will not turn on until the lid is in place. And then when the lid's in place, you'll be able to turn this on and send your food through with the push attachment to grate it up. Wait for it to stop before you take everything apart. All of these plastic parts and metal parts can go through our commercial dishwasher, and they need to be cleaned up when we're done using it for the day and stay together because these parts are very unique to just this machine.